Pain is your teacher, not your enemy. Step into the gym. The weights are heavy, the air is thick, and your muscles ache before you even begin. The truth is, most people quit here. They walk in, feel the sting of pain, and decide it's not for them. But not you, because you must understand something very few people ever realize. Pain is not your enemy, it's your greatest teacher. Pain is the language of growth. Every time your muscles burn, they are being torn down only to rebuild stronger. Every time your lungs scream for air, they're expanding their capacity. Every time your mind tells you, this hurts, stop now, but you choose to go on, you're not just training your body, you're rewriting the very limits of your mind. Look around at the people who quit after a few weeks of training. What happened? They thought pain was punishment. They thought soreness was failure. They thought struggle meant they weren't built for it. But that's the greatest lie the brain tells you. The struggle is the sign that you're on the right path. If it were easy, everyone would be fit, everyone would be strong, and everyone would live with discipline. But it's not. That's why pain separates the weak from the strong, the average from the extraordinary. When you feel pain in a workout, don't run from it, don't resent it, lean into it, embrace it, tell yourself, this is my teacher, this is where I grow. Because the reality is, comfort never teaches you anything. Sitting at home on the couch, eating junk, scrolling on your phone. Does that build you? No, that builds regret, that builds weakness, that builds a future version of you that looks back and says, I wish I had done more. But when you choose to endure pain, you build a future version of yourself who stands tall, strong, and proud. A version of you that says, I earned this, I bled for this, I fought for this. That is the reward pain gives you if you respect it. Think about it. When you first started lifting weights, maybe you couldn't even push a barbell without shaking. Maybe you struggled with just your body weight. That pain you felt, it wasn't failure. It was the beginning of transformation. And each day you showed up, each rep you pushed, each ounce of pain you endured, it added up. That's why you're stronger today than yesterday. That's why you're faster now than last month. That's why you're tougher now than ever before. Pain built you. Too many people misunderstand this. They wait for workouts to feel easy. They pray for comfort. But if it's easy, you're not growing. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. That's the truth. Champions understand this. They welcome the pain because they know pain is proof they're alive, proof they're growing, proof they're pushing limits. So the next time you're on that last rep, your arms shaking, sweat dripping, and your brain screaming to quit, remind yourself, this is the moment I'm becoming who I said I wanted to be. This is the classroom. This is the lesson, and pain is the teacher standing over you saying, how bad do you really want it? And when you push through, when you give one more rep, when you endure one more minute, you pass the test. That's how greatness is built. Not by avoiding pain, but by mastering it. So stop fearing it. Stop running from it. Start embracing it. Because in the gym and in life, pain will always be there. But you get to decide what it means. To some, it's an excuse to quit. To you, it's the sign that you're alive, fighting, and growing stronger every single day. Comfort is the silent killer. Comfort is the most dangerous trap you will ever face in fitness and in life. It doesn't scream at you, it doesn't attack you, it doesn't knock you down. Comfort whispers to you. It gently convinces you that you've done enough, that you can rest a little longer, that one skipped workout won't matter. And before you know it, days turn into weeks, and you've stopped fighting for the version of yourself you promised to become. Comfort feels good in the moment. The bed feels warm when the alarm goes off at 5 a.m. The couch feels inviting when you're tired after work. That slice of pizza tastes better than chicken and rice. But here's the truth. Comfort never gave anyone strength. Comfort never built champions. Comfort never transformed bodies. Comfort destroys potential. Comfort is the silent killer of dreams. When you chase comfort, you're chasing weakness. The body doesn't grow when it's comfortable. Muscles don't build when you avoid the burn. Endurance doesn't increase when you stay in your safe zone. Comfort keeps you average, and average is not where greatness lives. Think about the gym for a moment. The weights don't care about your comfort. That barbell won't lift itself because you're tired. The treadmill won't run the miles for you because you don't feel like it. The squat rack won't adjust to your mood. The weights are the truth. They reflect your effort, not your excuses. And if you always choose comfort, you'll never load enough weight to change your body, your mind, or your life. Comfort is tricky because it hides as self-care. It hides as taking it easy. But there's a difference between recovery and laziness. Recovery is earned. You pushed yourself, you broke yourself down, and now you're giving your body what it needs to rebuild. Laziness is comfort disguised as carrots, skipping the work under the excuse that you deserve it. That's how comfort kills, slowly, quietly, without you even noticing. If you want to achieve anything in fitness, you must learn to step outside the comfort zone daily. That's where growth happens. That's where strength is born. Think about your hardest workout, the one where you wanted to quit, where your lungs were on fire, where your legs felt like lead, and think about how you felt after you pushed through, strong, alive. Proud, that's the feeling of breaking free from comfort. Comfort doesn't give you pride. Comfort gives you regret. Comfort doesn't give you transformation. Comfort gives you the same body, the same mind, the same life you had yesterday. If you want more, you must fight for it, and that fight requires leaving comfort behind. Here's the truth: you will never eliminate the pull of comfort. It will always be there, tempting you to take the easy way out. But you must train your mind to override it. When the alarm rings, don't negotiate. Get up. When your body says stop, but you know you've got another rep, do it. When comfort whispers, take it easy, answer back with, I'm here to grow, not to coast. The gym is the perfect battleground against comfort. Every rep, every set, every drop of sweat is proof that you're rejecting the easy life. You're saying no to mediocrity. You're saying yes to growth. And once you train yourself to kill comfort in the gym, you'll find yourself killing it in life too. At work, in relationships, in every challenge you face. Because if you can dominate comfort in the weight room, you can dominate it anywhere. So remember this: comfort may feel good now, but it robs you of everything you want later. Discomfort may feel painful now, but it gives you everything you've ever dreamed of. Don't let comfort be the silent killer of your potential. Choose discomfort, choose growth, choose the hard path, because that's the only path that leads to greatness. Your mind will quit before your body hears the truth that most people don't understand. Your body is capable of far more than your mind allows you to believe. The human body is an incredible machine, built to endure, built to fight, built to survive. But the brain is soft. The brain is programmed for comfort, for safety, for survival. And because of that, your mind will always try to quit long before your body truly needs to. Think about the last time you worked out hard. Maybe you were on the treadmill, and at mile 2 your brain screamed, I can't do this anymore. But you pushed, and suddenly you hit mile 3, then 4, then 5. What happened? Your body didn't fail. Your mind tried to convince you to. Your legs still had strength. Your lungs still had oxygen. But your brain was lying, trying to pull you back to comfort. That's the battle every workout brings. The battle between your mind and your body. The body says, we've got more in the tank. The mind says, let's stop here. And if you let your mind win, you'll never find out how strong you truly are. Here's the science behind it. Your body has survival mechanisms. When it starts to feel pain or fatigue, your brain sends warning signals telling you to stop. But those signals don't mean you're at your limit. They mean you're stepping into the zone of growth. Studies show that most people only use about 40% of their physical capacity before their brain tells them they're done. That means you've got more than half of your strength, endurance, and power left untapped. But you'll never access it unless you silence the lies of the mind. This is why mental toughness is just as important as physical training. Lifting weights is one thing, running miles is one thing, but training your mind not to quit when it wants to, that's the real victory. Because if your mind controls you, you'll never go beyond average. But if you control your mind, you'll become unstoppable. The gym is the perfect laboratory for this battle. Every time you hit that wall, when your arms are shaking, when your chest is on fire, when your brain screams enough, you're standing at the edge of greatness. Most people walk away at that moment. But you must lean in, you must push through, because what lies beyond that wall is where champions are made. Think of the push-up. You start strong, maybe 20, maybe 30, but then you hit that point where your arms feel like lead. Your brain says, drop now. That's the moment to go one more rep, one more push, because it's not the first 20 that change you, it's the ones after your mind says you're finished. That's where growth lives. The same goes for cardio. Your brain will beg you to stop at mile 2, but your body has 10 more in it. Your brain will beg you to stop after 5 sprints, but your body can handle 15. Every time you silence the mental quit button, you build resilience. And that resilience doesn't just stay in the gym, it carries into your life. When life gets hard, when challenges come, when obstacles block your path, the same mental muscle kicks in. I don't quit when my mind says quit. I go further. So how do you train your mind not to quit? You do it by pushing yourself past the point of comfort every single day. You do it by finishing the set when you want to rack the weights. You do it by running 5 minutes longer when your brain says stop. You do it by proving over and over that you, not your mind, are in control. The strongest people aren't the ones with the biggest muscles. They're the ones who mastered their mind, because once you master the mind, the body follows. And when the body and mind are aligned, nothing can stop you. So the next time you're ready to drop, ready to give up, ready to quit, remind yourself, this is not my body failing. This is my mind trying to protect me from greatness. Don't listen, push, fight, endure, because your body has more. It always has more. Discipline is greater than motivation. Motivation feels good. It's that spark, that rush of energy, that wave of excitement that makes you say, I'm ready to crush this workout today. But here's the problem. Motivation doesn't last, it fades. One day you wake up fired up, and the next day the alarm rings and all you feel is exhaustion. If you rely on motivation, you'll be inconsistent. And inconsistency kills results. That's why in fitness and in life, discipline will always be greater than motivation. Motivation is emotional, it's temporary, it depends on how you feel, but discipline is built, discipline is steady. Discipline doesn't care how you feel, it's about what you do, regardless of the mood. When you have discipline, you don't ask yourself, do I feel like working out today? You simply go. Because it's not about feelings, it's about commitment. Think about professional athletes. Do you really think they're motivated every single day? No way. They get tired, they get sore, they get bored. But they train anyway. Why? Because they've built discipline. They understand that greatness doesn't come from doing the work when you're motivated. It comes from doing the work when you're not. Let's talk about the gym. Motivation might get you to sign up for the membership. Motivation might get you to buy new workout gear, but discipline is what gets you to show up at 5 a.m. Discipline is what gets you under the barbell when your muscles ache. Discipline is what pushes you to finish the last set when motivation has already quit. Motivation starts the journey, discipline finishes it. Here's the truth, discipline is a muscle. You don't wake up one day with it fully developed. You build it the same way you build strength, through repetition, through practice, through struggle. Every time you do something you didn't feel like doing, you strengthen your discipline muscle. Every time you follow through on a workout, even when you're tired, even when you're stressed, even when you'd rather be anywhere else, you're training discipline. That's why consistency is the key to transformation. Anyone can have a good day. Anyone can crush a workout when they're motivated. But can you show up on the bad days? Can you grind when you're sore, when you're drained, when life throws distractions your way. That's the difference between the people who dabble in fitness and the people who live it. The dabblers rely on motivation. The warriors rely on discipline. And here's the beautiful thing: discipline creates freedom. People think discipline is restrictive, that it's about forcing yourself into a rigid lifestyle, but the opposite is true. When you're disciplined in your workouts, you earn the freedom of strength. When you're disciplined in your nutrition, you earn the freedom of health. When you're disciplined in your habits, you earn the freedom of results. Discipline may feel hard in the moment, but it gives you a life that motivation alone can never provide. There will be mornings when the bed feels too comfortable. There will be nights when you don't want to meal prep. There will be days when you want to skip cardio. That's when you must remember, discipline is your weapon. Motivation won't save you, but discipline will carry you through. Every rep you push when you didn't feel like training. Every mile you run when you wanted to stop. Every healthy choice you make when you craved junk. That's discipline, and those small acts stack up. They build momentum. They create results. Motivation might get you started, but discipline is what will carry you to the finish line. So stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting to feel like it. Winners don't wait for feelings. They act on discipline. Build the habit, build the consistency, build the resilience, and once discipline becomes part of who you are, no setback, no excuse, no bad day can stop you. Pain is the pathway to growth. Most people run from pain. They avoid it. They see pain as something bad, something to escape from, but in fitness and in life, pain is not the enemy. Pain is the pathway to growth. Without pain, there is no progress. Without struggle, there is no strength. Without resistance, there is no transformation. Think about your muscles. How do they grow? Not by staying comfortable, not by lifting light weights forever. They grow through stress, through resistance, through tears that hurt in the moment but rebuild stronger. That soreness you feel after a brutal workout, that's not weakness. It's growth knocking at your door. Every rep that burns, every sprint that makes your lungs scream, every moment you push into discomfort, that's the price of progress. Pain is a teacher. It teaches you about your limits, and more importantly, it teaches you how to break them. The pain you feel when your body wants to stop is your body saying, "This is where we grow." But most people stop at that point. They confuse pain with danger. They think discomfort means they should quit, and that's why they never change. They never cross the line into the version of themselves that's waiting on the other side of pain. Here's the truth. Growth only happens in the uncomfortable zone. Comfort maintains you. Pain transforms you. If you want to see change in your body, you've got to be willing to hurt for it. You've got to embrace the burn, the sweat, the exhaustion, because that's where progress lives. You can't wish your way into fitness. You can't dream your way into strength. You've got to work for it, and that work will always come with pain. But here's the beauty: pain is temporary, results are permanent. The soreness fades, but the muscle remains. The fatigue passes, but the endurance stays. The sweat dries, but the discipline you built is yours forever. Pain is fleeting, but the strength it forges is eternal. Think of every champion you admire. Do you think they got there without pain? No, they suffered. They pushed through workouts that left them gasping. They endured days when their bodies screamed at them to stop. But they understood the truth. Pain is not punishment. Pain is the price of greatness. Now let's talk mindset. When pain shows up, most people see it as a signal to quit. You have to rewire your thinking. When pain arrives, you say, "Good, this means I'm growing." When your legs burn on that last set of squats, you say, "This is the rep that counts." When your lungs are on fire during cardio, you say, "This is where champions are built." That's how you flip pain from an obstacle into an ally. And pain doesn't just build your body, it builds your mind. Every time you push through, you're proving to yourself that you can handle more than you thought. You're toughening your spirit. You're building resilience that will serve you not only in the gym, but in every area of life. Because if you can endure pain on the bench press, you can endure pain when life throws challenges your way. Fitness pain becomes life strength. The truth is, you can either suffer the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. One is temporary, the other is permanent. The pain of discipline, early mornings, heavy reps, strict nutrition, lasts for moments, but the pain of regret, of knowing you quit, of knowing you never gave your best, lasts forever. Choose the pain that builds you, not the pain that breaks you. So the next time pain shows up, don't run, don't fear it, don't quit, embrace it, welcome it, know that it's the doorway to your next level. Because pain is not there to stop you, it's there to shape you, it's not there to break you, it's there to make you. Control, discipline, pain, and growth at the end of the day. Fitness isn't just about building muscle or losing weight, it's about building yourself. Every workout, every rep, every drop of sweat is shaping you into a stronger, sharper, and more disciplined version of who you are meant to be. We talked about controlling your brain because your mind is the driver of your body. We talked about hard work because nothing in fitness or life comes easy. We talked about discipline because motivation won't always be there, but discipline will carry you through. And we talked about pain because pain is the pathway to growth. You have to understand this truth. The gym is a reflection of life. The lessons you learn under the bar, on the treadmill, on the mat, they are the same lessons that will carry you through challenges outside the gym. Control your mind, put in the work, embrace discipline, and use pain as your fuel. Greatness doesn't come overnight. It comes from showing up day after day, from pushing when you want to quit, from choosing growth over comfort. That's how champions are made. That's how transformations happen. So when the alarm rings, when your muscles ache, when doubt whispers in your ear, remember this: you are stronger than you think. You are capable of more than you imagine. And if you never give up, if you stay consistent, if you trust the process, you will win. This is your journey. This is your fight. This is your time. Don't just train your body, train your mind. Don't just chase fitness, chase greatness.